Morning, honorable councillors, administration, and public. Um, Before we start, I will just ask Ms. Dawn just to open with prayer for us. Amen. We may be seated.
Kan jy dit weer doen, maar asseblief. Again, I just want to welcome the honorable councillors. Councillor Joya Hammerslag, chairperson of the management. Councillor Amanda, member of the chair management committee. Councillor Lalani Ueres, member of the management committee. Councillor Mara Beekes, ordinary councillor. And Councillor Jackie Jackson Parisep, ordinary councillor. And also our CEO, Mr. Ronald Vansway, our legal officer, Ms. Cassandra Kisting. Ms. Dawn Abrams, our acting HR officer, Mr. Tron, our finance manager, and our two lovely ladies, Ms. Dorothea and Salome, our secretariat. I also want just to greet also the community members, also the chairperson of the Bahnhof committee, Mr. Henry Jager, and team. Good morning. And then I also want to welcome our listeners, and we are live streaming. So today is our last council meeting for 2025 and also coming to an end at our tenure for the past 5 years. I just want to say thank you very much for bearing with us, and thank you to your community for working together with the council and honorable councillors. It is my privilege and honor to work with you with the past 5 years. It was really a pleasure for me working with you, even though we know there were some challenges and we had to address certain issues, but together we stand and together we made a difference. Thank you very much, honorable councillors, administration, Mr. Vinsway and team. I just wanted to say thank you very much, because without you and with your teamwork and with your with the administration bring also their part to the table, we could have worked together and bring development in our town. And I'm very happy from as a mayor this last 9 months, 10 months in office. It was really something awesome to see that we can and we want to and we are willing to, in spite of challenges that was also there. So ek wil dit graag in Afrikaans sê, omdat onze luisteraars in Reboth Afrikaans spreken en Damranama spreken ook is. Ek weet, ek kan nou nie Damranama praat nie. So ek weet nie of Councillor Jackie of Councillor Lelani sal vir my, of Councillor Mara kan vir my vertolk nie. Dat het ek volgende sal sê. Maar ek wil dit ook net graag sê, dat wie ook al die volgende council mag wees, gee tog asseblief as gemeenskap julle se samewerking vir die council en vir die administrasie, sodat ons van hierdie level wat hierdie council het gelos het, verder kan bou. Ek wil ook sê dat bring tog julle se samewerking, as julle rekeninge betaal, kan die council saam met die administrasie nog meer doen as hierdie 5 jaar. En een ding wat ek geleer het van hierdie administrasie en van hierdie council was gewees dat hulle koppe bymekaar gesit, koppe was gestamp, maar besluite was gemaak op grond van se vooruitgang. Nooit het 'n councilor 'n besluit gemaak op sy eie belang nie, maar altyd 'n besluit gemaak op die gemeenskap se belange. En ons het ook geweet dat daar is ook verskeie keuses, besluite wat moes gemaak gewees het van ons weet mos hoe ons mense ook. Ons het ook verskillende besluite in verskillende areas met verskillende behoeftes. En ons het besluite moes gemaak het rondom almal. Baie dankie aan julle wat julle se kant gebring het van die gemeenskap af, wat regtig gekom het en nie moeite geag het om julle se rekeninge te kom betaal het nie. Baie dankie vir dit. Ons weet, daar was moeilike tye gewees, ons weet in ons 5 jaar termyn het ons ook COVID-19 gehad, en dit was vir ons 'n baie hartseerlike uitdaging gewees, van ons het geliefdes verloor in die periode van tyd. Ons mense het ook werke verloor in die tyd, en dit was 'n baie harde tyd gewees. Maar saam het hierdie council saam met die regering het ons gestaan en ons het hard gewerk daarop omtrent. Daar was as gevolg van dat terugslag gewees soos rekeninge en goed wat hoër gegaan het van mense, maar ons het besluit ten minste moet hierdie mense dienste hê en ons as die government en local authority as ook die government moet ons besluit het om hierdie mense die diens ten spyte van die rekeninge wat sal agteruit gaan. Moet ons nog steeds hierdie mense se water verskaf het, moet ons nog steeds hulle se krag aangehou het, moet ons nog steeds dienste verskaf het sodat hierdie mense nie benadeeld word as gevolg van COVID-19 nie. En hierdie council het regtig saamgestaan. Dit was 'n moeilike besluit sommige tye gewees, van ons het geweet dat wanneer ons klaar is, moet ons hierdie rekeninge aandag gee. En dit was 'n groot uitdaging gewees vir hierdie council om ook rekeninge en goed aandag te gee. Maar ek kan u verseker dat ons het op baie plekke gesit, alternatiewe uitgegaan, dorpe gaan besoek, met neem water, neem power gaan gepraat rondom hoe ons kan hierdie probleme kan oplos. En baie dankie aan die regering wat vir ons toe ook tegemoet gekom het met ons water en kragsom om vir ons 70 miljoen te gee, waarvan daar nou oplossings kan gemaak word. En wat 'n hupstoot sal wees vir ons as die inwoners van Rehbof, sodat ons nou kan ons water kan beheer en dan ook ons krag kan opgradeer sodat ons kan beter dienste gee as 'n council. Met dit wil ek selfs persoonlik Councillor Jackie Jackson Parisep, ek wil graag beginne. Honorable Councillor, baie dankie vir die leierskap in die 5 jaar. Ek waardeer dit regtig. Councillor Mara Amalia Bekes, baie dankie Councillor vir die tyd wat ons saam gewees het en vir dit wat ons kon bereik het. Councillor Lalani Oiras Bekes, baie dankie vir die 5 jaar wat ons kan hierdie pad saamgestap het om 'n verskil te maak in ons dorp. En Councillor Amanda Ludmila Groenewald, baie dankie dat ons kan hierdie 5 jaar saam gebeweeg het en kon besluite gemaak het. Councillor Johanna Anna Hammerslag Joey, baie dankie dat ons kan hierdie 5 jaar saam pad gestap het en kon 'n verskil gemaak het. Ek weet dat as ons het elke ene het ons in verskillende partye gewees en daar was soveel tye wat ons as 'n partye eenkant gestoot het om 'n besluit moes gemaak het vir die dorp. Daar was ook tye gewees wat ons moes besluite gemaak het wat ons ook maar gesê was van die partye wat ook nie lekker was sommige tye nie, dan moes ons daardeur ook gegaan het. Maar ek wil dit graag sê, baie dankie vir julle se samewerking. Sonder enige councillor sou ons dit nie gedoen het nie. Sonder Councillor Jackie se besluite, sonder Councillor Mara se besluite, sonder Councillor Lalani se besluite, sonder Councillor Amanda se besluite, sonder Councillor Joey se besluite, sonder Rudy se besluite, sonder Omtu se besluite, sonder Wiener se besluite, sou ons nie kan gemaak het wat ons gemaak het nie. So baie dankie julle vir die tydperiode. Meneer Winsway, Mr. Rudolph, Ms. Don, meneer Tron, baie dankie dat julle selfs vir ons gehelp het, Mr. Rudolph. Baie dankie dat u die council deur procurement en meneer Tron, baie dankie dat julle deur procurement so uitgevolg het soos wat ons gevra het, dat ons kan sukses bereik het met ons procurement saam en altyd kan comprehensive reports teruggestuur het na die minister toe met wat ons met hulle se geld gedoen het wanneer hulle vir ons geld gegee het. En dat ons die sukses bereik het in Rebof met die paaie saam, met die fire station, saam met die erwe wat ons gegee het vir mense, en selfs met die krag en met die waterbesluite saam, selfs met die vullisverwydering prosesse. Baie dankie dat julle vir ons, na ons geluister het, en dankie dat julle ook vir ons geadviseer het, rondom om hierdie besluite te maak. Ms. Don, baie dankie dat u as HR practitioner baie neutraal was baie kere en vir ons gehelp het met aanstellings en riglyne gegee het rondom aanstellings. Ms. Cassandra Kiesting, Gertse, baie dankie dat u vir ons gehelp het met die legal saam, die legal aspects, en selfs as PA was hy daar gewees, saam met Ricky saam, Ricky Pieters, Ricky Vries, sorry, baie dankie, as ek al vir hom kyk, ek sê pa, baie dankie, Ricky, dat jy vir ons gediens het in hierdie council. Jackson, selfs onze driver, met Mesarkie, wat onze drivers was, wat vir ons gery het altyd op die paaie, soos ons uitgebeweeg het, baie dankie vir hulle selfs. Die IT, Mr. Jaffet, thank you very much. All the departments in Rebof Town Council, all of them, thank you very much for what you have done to us, for us and for the community. Meneer Winsway, baie dankie, al was u op die hot seat gewees as advisory vir die council en al het ons ook vir u baie keer geskel en alles het baie keer gestry en verskil in u kantoor of in my kantoor of in die council se kantoor daar by die mayor's office waar ons agter die scenes verskille gehad het. Baie dankie dat u ook daai tyd en selfs in daai tye vir ons dat die act voorgehou het en altyd gehou het wat is die regte prosedures wat ons moet volg. Verskriklik baie dankie vir dit. Mag die res van die jare wat voorlê vir julle in julle se dienste tog net groei, verbetere en betere sodat julle saam met die res van die council, die volgende council inkom, gee tog ook vir hulle nog beter treatment as wat julle vir ons gegee het, sodat ons kan in hierdie dorp laat groei. Want ons almal wat hier sit, bly in hierdie dorp. Selfs Rudolf bly hierdie week ook in hierdie dorp en ry eers naweek toe en as hy gesin toe. Aan die gemeenskap, soos ek gesê het, weer eens baie dankie. Om Henry Jager, baie dankie as chairperson van Bahnhof Committee, dat hy altyd vir ons die informasie kon gegee het. Daar was tye gewees, wat ons ook geweet het, ons het die geld nie, maar ons het altyd 'n plan moes gemaak het om vir Bahnhof te diens, en Bahnhof moet baie dankbaar wees om 'n chairperson soos u gehad het, van regtig, u het hulle se belang op jou hart gedra. Selfs ook die komitee van burgersoek en volstruisvlakte, waar hulle ook die verskil kom gemaak het om die informasie te kry van ons af. So, ons harte is regtig baie bly. Ek gaan vir elke councilor voor ons reg begin, as julle wil, gaan ek dit oopmaak vir die councilors, as julle wil graag iets wil sê, vir die administrasie, councilor, ons gemeenskap, ons sal vandag bietjie langer wees, net om eers hierdie transaksie klaar te maak, om net te sê dankie, en dan sal ons oorgaan na die official meeting toe. Baie dankie. Councilor J, sal u vir ons begin?
His Worship, I would like to thank you for the opportunity. And while you're thanking all the other councillors in terms of what they contributed or for what we contributed to this council over the past 5 years, there was no one to say thank you to you also. So therefore, I really would like to thank you for your visionary leadership, for the open door policy that you had, and for a shared leadership role that you played. You did not keep it to yourself. You opened up so many opportunities for your councillors, and your councillors were able to shine in your absence with your permission. So therefore, it is only a leader that is mature enough to offer such opportunities to the subordinates, in this case, your councillors. Therefore, I would really like, on a personal level and also as a resident and councillor of this town, thank you for your leadership, and thank you for understanding, and thank you for the calmness when I was not easy to handle. Then also I'd really like to thank my fellow councillors that contributed to so many things. Now the government of the day is having a slogan that says, it's not business as usual. Now I'd like to say that Rehoboth Town Council, the day that we stepped into this office, it's 5 years ago, we already started with that slogan. It was not business as usual. We were, the composition itself was different, and the way in which we approached cases were, or issues were different, and I think it's because of that that we were able to achieve so many things. Also, koro, in our language you say koro. It means that you leave something behind for someone. So we also koroed some for the incoming councillors that are at advanced stages. Some of our most projects are at advanced stages for the next council to take over, and that in itself is a very big achievement. And we are also ready as a council to hand over properly to the next council. So I think I will, the administration, it has been hectic. You did not know this type of council before we came in, and we were clashing that much, but your expertise was vital for the town and also for us, because we are not experts in those fields that you are experts in. We are but councillors. We would also not shine or achieve anything had you not implemented the resolutions that we and the decisions that we took in these chambers. Therefore, we'd also like to appreciate you. There are days that you would sit here up till 8 o'clock just for ordinary council meeting, because we drag and reason and debate it out. Therefore, the sacrifices that you are doing for us and for the town, we are appreciative of that. So as the mayor has already mentioned you by name, I would just generally say thank you so much. Our PAs, starting from Mosei, Karisep, they have been exceptional. And Cassandra, not because she's my learner, you have been excellent in your role as a PA. And I'm proud to say you're coming out of my hands when I was teaching at Dr. Lema. Then the next one, that is now currently our PA, Ricky, your calmness amazes me at all the time. And when you have to withdraw, you withdraw. And then you come and tell me, calm, this is what I think. So it's also exceptional, and you carry this council so much with your humility and your impartiality. So therefore, I have to say, Ricky is also coming from my hands while I was teaching at Dr. Lema. So my kids are fine kids. So with that said, I would really like to thank everyone that contributed to the town, contributed. My CEO, I have to mention you. You have been, you know how many times I ran into your office, very angry, demanding. But when I came out of that office, I'm also training myself when I'm coming. He will not calm me down today. But whenever I come out of your office, I'm calm. I don't even know what you told me. But maybe it's that shirt that you explained. So I really do appreciate you. Sometimes I also make you angry. No, I mean sometimes I make him angry. But your wisdom, your experience in HR, your experience in the historical know-how of this council and its operations is valuable to this town. And whenever you take criticism, you take it so calmly. I have to learn from you. I thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Jackie. Councillor Marat, is there anything that you want to say?
Thank you, Your Worship. I would like to thank all the councillors for representing your respective political parties and leading as leaders under looking after the community of our town in your mandate. Also thank you to the administration part of this council, honestly, for your hard work and especially for your tolerance. I know that I was not the easiest councillor at all, but we worked together and we've managed at least for 5 years. Unfortunately, I cannot say more, otherwise I will contradict myself. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Mara. Councillor Lalani.
Thank you, Worship the Mayor. I am glad to thank each and everybody. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Chairman. MC Chair Lady. Thank you, MC Vice Chair. Councillor Jackie, my brother. Thank you. Councillor Mara, thank you very much. It was good. The past 5 years, we worked together. The little I learned you. Jackie, please forward it to the next council. Thank you. Thank you, CEO, the PEA, Rudolph. Thank you very much. Our HR, thank you. Our finance manager, thank you very much. It was good to work together this past 5 years. Dorothea, the council staff, thank you very much. The IT, what's the name? Jaffet, thank you. The PA, thank you very much. I do really appreciate it. Thank you, Worship the Mayor.
Good morning, Worship, the Mayor, Justin Coetzee. I think Councillor Jackie, the PRO of the councillors, he already said a lot.
PR.
PR is the PR or the PRO, PR of the council, of the councillors. But I want to thank first my councillors. I said my councillors, because we work together as a team for the 5 years. Sometimes not as a team, like Councillor Jackie said. You said we work as a team, but when we are coming here, then there's always differences. Like everyone also said, we are the most, what do we call it? As a council, we have, yes, balanced council. We was 2 from every party and then 1 from UPM. So, and we work together. This is the evidence for the 5 years when we work together as a council. These are all the resolutions, all the motions for only this 5 years. So I thank you. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, MC Chair. Thank you, Councillor Lalani Osa. Thank you, Councillor Mara, my friend. And also thank you, Councillor Jackie. I think we will miss each other. I must say. Then I want to thank the admin, Mr. Winswai. When he coming in his office, he said, "Hi, Auntie Amanda, please listen, be calm." And thank you for your advice, Mr. Winswai. I think you are an encyclopedia, a walking encyclopedia of the Local Authority Act. I learn a lot from you. Then my PA for 2 years as the mayor. Thank you very much. Then our technical head, Mr. Rudolph, thank you a lot. That you don't ignore my telephone calls. You don't ignore my WhatsApps. Because we are here to serve our people. Ms. Dawn, thank you for your calmness. Thank you for your smiles. Thank you that you are always there to lead us on the correct path in the HR. Mr. Zaino, Tron, I want to give you a special thank you. Sometimes I was also very, very, what is the word? Harsh on you. But we want you also to be doing your best for Rehoboth Town Council. You also have to know that our finance department is the most important department of Rehoboth Town Council. So, best, all your best for the next years to come. Then my two ladies, Dorothea and Salome, thank you that I can every time walk in your office and ask a little bit of advice. Jaffa, thank you very much. Ricky, thank you very much. And then last but not least, I want to say thank you for the community of Rehoboth. Thank you that you stand behind these councillors. And I also want you to do the same for the next council that is coming in. Like Councillor Jackie said, there are a lot of projects that we are still busy with. For example, I wrote it down here. Unfortunately, some of these projects, we couldn't finish it for the 5 years. The 5 years maybe was too short. Like Anop Resort, we are now in the final stadium to sort it out. For Streetsvlak and Burgershoek, the urban of them. The same also with Bahnhof Urban, Hobson Lodge, the green scheme, the agri-plots of a vision of the late Rudy van Wyk. Then we have also 2 villages for our people to get housing, and that is Nasunga and Beverlile Hillside. Now we are also in the last phase of the Agra development. Maybe next week we are going to have the groundbreaking of Agra, where we get Agra Hub, where a lot of our people can get work. Also, our new police station, Block E, everything. There's a lot of others. The informal market, Block E. So I just want to say thank you a lot.
Joey, Councillor Joey.
Thank you, Your Worship. All has been said by the previous councillors. First of all, I want to thank our Heavenly Father. It's because of our Heavenly Father that we endure this past 5 years. He gave us strength, wisdom to do what we intended, what was intended to do, or what was asked from us to do, why we came in as councillors. We did not do it alone. We got our strength from the Heavenly Father. Secondly, Mayor, thank you so much for this past year, that we could learn from a youngster. And yeah, sometimes, especially me and you, yes, we had our differences, but we could sort it out. So thank you for that. And also, I want the community also to thank the community for their, sometimes for their criticism. Sometimes good, most of the time not so good. But we took it to heart and learned from it. So thank you, Rehoboth community. To the councillors, Councillor Jackie, thank you so much for that I could be a part of this 5 years. I've also learned a lot from you, as well as Councillor Mara. I know we had our differences, but we could speak about our differences and in the end agree. Councillor Lani, thank you so much. You are always calm, were always calm. thank you for your calmness. Councillor Amanda, thank you also that you could advise in your term as mayor. Sometimes we did not agree, and you know it. But in the end, we could agree. Mr. Van Swy, my CEO, thank you so much. Like Amanda said, Councillor Amanda said, you are encyclopedia of jy's 'n encyclopedia van acts. Thank you for your wisdom and advice. Because if everything else is done or I don't know where to go, then I will ask you. And you know how many times I've asked your advice. Thank you so much. And I hope, my prayer is that the new councillors will also give you that respect. Sometimes we were not in good faith with each other, but yeah. Thank you, Cassandra. The one that I picked out of the box. And I said to Tus, this is the one. This lady should be appointed. And we never made a mistake. Thank you so much, Cassandra. Don, for your calmness. I appreciate it. Mr. Zeno, like, you know, Moss Finance is my baby. So, my hope is that you will take finance to greater heights. And seeing that the groundwork is now established, build on it. Go forward with it. Mr. Rudolph, thank you. I could always ask you also for advice. And you never cease to disappoint me. So thank you for the 5 years. And then the two ladies, Salome and Salome and Tortia, thank you so much. Our admin ladies. Jafet. Pietertjie se seun. Ricky, thank you so much for being a PA to the mayor and for information sharing to us, councillors. Thank you, Mr. IT, Jafet, for the live streaming for the past year and our community. And thank you for Banov, community leader, Mr. Henry Jager, and all you, those who attend this meeting. I know the ladies also were a big shot. And the community, please give your cooperation to the new councillors, please. And then, thank you so much. Stay blessed.
Thank you, honourable councillors, for the wishes for the next 5 years to the rest of the administration and to the new council and to the community. With that, we can continue. I just want to say lastly, thank you for our urban West Constituency Councillor, Honourable Kambrudi, as well as our urban East Constituency Councillor, Honourable Wambu, and for the region chairperson and our former governor, Governor April, and our current governor, Governor Rian McNabb, as well as our ministries, our ministry, line ministry. We just want to say thank you because the induction they gave us really brought us to the knowledge on how to make decisions, and I believe that they will continue doing the good work for the country. And I also just want to say that always remember that the community must always remember this. Everything that has been done must be done as a team. It's a teamwork effort from the government to the child in Rehboth. It's always going to be a team. Thank you, religious leaders, for your prayers, churches, for your prayers. It was really your prayers that carried us through these difficult times, especially your prayers to give us wisdom and knowledge how to make decisions. Thank you very much for that. Then we will continue with our agenda On point number 2, adoption of the agenda of the meeting of the council, OCM 2019, November 2025. I see here's additional points. Can we just be taken through by the Secretariat on the additional points before we accept the agenda as such? Salome, Mr. Banswai.
Thank you, Worship. I can see there's a motion that was put as an addition, motion for coming from the 30th of October on the provision of interim pounding facilities in partnership with Agra Auctions. I think it's from Honorable Amanda Groenewald.
Okay.
And then we have, this is actually a submission coming from the Management Committee in terms of a request for approval to lease 15 hectares of land in Camp D, Mr. Joseph D. Loxton, to establish an abattoir. It is actually part of the previous Management Committee, but it needed to come back with rectifications that was required by the Management Committee at the time.
Yeah.
Thank you, Worship.
What will that point be? Under what now? Under 11 point?
Under 11,
Point
under
two
point
point-
11.
11.1.2.
I'm struggling to get my agenda, but it's okay.
Okay. Then, is that all the amendments? Then can we please propose for the adoption of the agenda, honorable councillors? May I have a proposal and a secondment? Proposed by Councillor Lalani, seconded by Councillor Amanda. Then, with the amendments. Then we move over then to point number 3, application for leave of absence and declaration of the interest by members of the council.
None.
None. Declaration of interest by the members of the council, none. Then we move over then to number 4, confirmation of minutes of the previous meeting of the council. 4.1, confirmation of the minutes of the previous meeting of the council. 4.1.1. Councillors, I will give you now, Councillor Mara. I believe we went through the minutes. Is there any spelling mistakes or any amendments that we have to do? Please, just by raising of hand, for us just to say which page, and then we will continue. Councillor Councillor Mara.
Thank you, Your Worship. Under the minutes, under point 5,
Councillor Mara, under the minutes, point 5. Which page? Official announcement, statements and communication.
Yeah.
Yes.
so if I can recall correctly, His Worship reported on the capital projects that was done during the 5 years of the council. And within this minutes, that report must reflect within the minutes what you said.
Yes.
And I don't see it, or is it somewhere?
Oh, you mean the with the figures and everything that I mentioned, the whole report must be in the council? Yes.
So
Okay.
if we can have that, because
Okay.
I also think it's crucial for all of us to
Yes.
have.
Yes.
And then under point 8, within the minutes, which was a motion, a motion brought by Councillor Groenewald for the proposed intersection, which includes slip-offs and traffic lights. Madam Chair Lady, if you allow me, of the MC, as well as the Mayor, Justin, since it's not reflecting in the minutes, I want to bring the facts straight here. If you allow me.
You may continue because I don't know
Thank you.
what is your facts, but you may continue
Okay.
stating it.
I've read through the motion of Councillor Groenewald, but I need to bring clarity and set the record straight, especially to the Facebook community of our town. Because the reason I need to do it now is to clear the mindset of the people on the motion of Councillor Amanda. According to social media, I, Mara Amalia Bekes, was on record last OCM. I was against this motion because I needed a traffic light rather at the Lutheran Church in Block E, and not as the councillor mentioned strictly how she wanted it. So I went through the live stream to see, was I maybe under the influence of something, stating that I'm against this motion, and I couldn't see anything. So me raising my hand, I would like to indicate to the community, the social media community of this town, that I never said on record that we should not establish the slides, or the, what do you call them? Slide offs and traffic lights that Councillor Amanda proposed. According to social media, I propose that those that she is indicating in her motion should rather go to the Lutheran Church in Block E because of the funerals on Sundays and Saturdays. There's apparently a lot of pedestrians that needs a traffic light on that small one road, single road. So this is the facts that I want to make straight to the community of this town that is vocal on social media. Councillor Amanda, thank you very much for bringing up this very good proposal in a motion to the table. I really appreciate that. There are 11 points on the resolution which was adopted by the council, and not the false allegations against myself. I hope my English was very clear on setting the record straight, because this is really, really, you know, this one thing that Councillor Mara Amalia Bekes is extremely against development within this town. That's not the truth. And we all know that. And the record is very straight within our live streams, that I'm not against any development. So thank you very much, MC Chair and Mr. Chairperson of this meeting, our Honourable Justin Coetzee, that you allowed me to put the record straight on this traffic lights that I need in Block E. Thank you.
It's a pleasure, Councillor Mara. In fact, it is actually saying unanimously adopted at the end. So I do
Thank
not
you
know.
very much.
Unanimously adopted is always when the full councils agree to a motion. Councillors, I just also wanted to ask you what I also asked you last time. The thing of regarding Facebook, let's avoid it because it's a campaigning thing, and this is the Honourable House. And it's not needed for Councillor Mara to come do so. So therefore, always set it, the thing straight on that platforms so that the councillor may not come to this level to prove her innocence, because it's not good. We don't want that, actually. It's because amongst ourselves we are there. If you see it, if you don't want to answer it, it's fine. But let us not, that's why I asked when the VP was here, the Vice President was in Rehoboth, I asked her there, let us not smear each other. And thank you, Councillor Jackie, for making that statement on the social media platform to say, let's not smear one another, because we worked as a team. And therefore, we know what transpired as a team. So let's keep that information as councillors. Do the honourable thing by acknowledging the truth when it's the truth. Thank you. Can we then continue, Councillor Mara? One thing. Councillors, can we continue on the confirmation, or is it another thing, Councillor Mara? Okay, Councillor Mara, Councillor Amanda, then Councillor Mara.
Thank you, Your Worship. Page 26 on the minutes. The resolution there, I just want our ladies to please correct my surname. Proposed by A. Groenewald. Page 26. Thank you, Your Worship.
Thank you, Councillor Amanda. Councillor Mara.
Thank you. There's a recitation in all our OCMs about my questions, but I need to raise them. And thank you very much, Ms. Salome Moller. You requested me to provide you 2 times with my questions, and unfortunately, I did not have enough time to do so, but you've tried your level best within the minutes. Unfortunately, there's ones that needs to be added, which also needs to be answered today, and of which one that I need to raise now, I gave actually homework to our legal officer, and maybe we need to start with that one. So my concern is that some of my questions was not minuted, but it's not at your fault because you requested me twice. Now, to get back to my questions, I raised a concern to the CEO and requested the legal officer to investigate and report back on the presentation of water meters versus the procurement thereof. Why do we have different, now I'm going now straight to the question that needs to be answered. The question is, why do we have different meters delivered to the council by the service provider? This council was specific that we should get the specific specifications and nothing else. So, Ms. Cassandra, I need you to state that we received the specifications and nothing else that was presented by the presenter here. Will that be possible for you to answer? Thank you.
Mr. Vinsway.
Yes, thank you, Worship. I would suggest that we also refer that the specific concern also to point 9 of the agenda so that it can be formed part as a relevant question, and then maybe the legal officer and the technical head can be given the chance also to explain if it's allowed. Because now it's only, we are only looking at the minutes and the confirmation of the minutes in terms of the standing rules, but that question is valid. And I think if allowed, it can be diverted or referred to question 9 in order to give the proper attention to the question.
Thank you, CEO. Councillor Mara.
Thank you, Your Worship. Then I would like to make a correction on the minutes, because within my question of last OCM, I'm going to read the question again, and what is reflecting in the minutes, there's even a name that is reflecting there, and I never mentioned a name. I said on Monday, 27th, at the front page of the Republican, under the heading, Rio Spa swembad amper tot sy volle glorie herstel. The only question that I've asked on that one was, can you, Mr. CEO, Mr. Ronald Winsway, kindly elaborate on this news, which the PRO or the media portfolio councillor, Councillor Jackie, are not aware of? That was my question. I did not mention any names. Within the minutes, I see names. So, yes. Then my second question, or my second issue that was not raised once again, is the standpipes. Block 9 and 10 of Burgershoek need standpipes closer to the community. Secondly, within Volstruisvlak, 2 standpipes are out of order for too long. There's a big backyard garden, and the owner really suffer, and worth to mention that the Volstruisvlak broken standpipes are also serve a lot of very old people who cannot go too far for water. Very important also, Mr. CEO, within Barnhof there are standpipes, but they are not functionable. Do you know what might be the reason? Those questions should now go to number 9 so that they can be answered. I have to raise them, wasting time, because they are not reflecting in our minutes of today. Thank you very much.
Pleasure, Councillor Amara. With that said, with the amendments and the questions raised to point number 9, can we confirm the confirmation of minutes? Can I have a proposal, Mr. Conman, for these minutes to be proposed, Mr. Connet? Proposed by Councillor Amanda. Any secondment? Seconded by Councillor Joey. Then we move over then to the next point, which is number 5, official announcements, statements and communication. Mr. Vinswa, any official announcements, statements and communication from your office side?
No, Your Worship. I can. No, probably yes. I can only announce that it's probably that part of the mayor, the chairperson can announce the date of the elections and so on. So I'll gather give it to the chairperson of the council.
Okay. Our date of elections will be on the 26th of November 2025. I did not yet receive any directive that it will be a public holiday. We are still waiting upon our government to give us a directive on that day. Will it be a public holiday or not? On the specific day, the areas is already in the public where the voting areas shall take place.
This time when you can benefit from it. We also would like to urge as a council that our learners, young people, should go and register with Lingua, because we as the council had your outcry to say bring the tertiary institutions to Rehoboth, and we did that. So it will be very sad that we brought institution of higher learning and our learners are not registering there. Also, we had a brief meeting with the Minister of Education, I think on Tuesday and Monday, and she also confirmed that she will go into consultations with the state-owned institutions such as NAST and UNAM. And we did that as a council also. We approached them, but we asked for the political muscle of the minister, and we are hopeful that these institutions will come. What other good news that is there is that the young people that would like to study, there is the president on Monday announced in Rehoboth, she was here in Rehoboth, and she announced that there will be subsidized free education for registration and tuition fees. So those are good signs that the young people of Rehoboth can use. Also, constantly we are being asked about our areas are very dark. we need street lights, we need high mask. And the council has acquired some of those high mask lighting, and it will be rolled out. The CEO will give me a date because I've been saying it will come next week. It will come next week to the various areas where residents are stopping me to ask, wanneer kry ons sprayligte? Dis te donker hierso. Ons word verkrag, ons kinders kan nie winkel toe gaan nie. Hulle word afgevat. Wanneer kry ons die sprayligte? En dan sê ek, dit gaan nou wees, dit gaan môre wees, dit gaan hierdie week wees. So as ek hier klaar ge-announce het, gaan die CEO sê watter dag sal hulle waar begin, sodat ek opbou. Nie lieg nie, maar ekonomies wees met die waarheid. En dan the electricity, the cleanliness, as the festive season is approaching, some of the residents have asked kindly for dat hulle se areas net bietjie geskrap en gedebush word. And that also is on the doorstep of my capable minister, capable Mr. Rudolph. That is his division. So I'm putting them on the spot. Block H has been crying for that debushing, and also certain areas in the other parts of Rehoboth. So I've said I'm going to tell them the date today. So they are here to hear the date. So the CEO and the technical manager, you're on the spot. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Jackie, for that one. Honourable councillors and dear community members, from my office of the mayor, we wrote a letter to our line ministry regarding Rio Spa, the inauguration of Rio Spa, and we are still waiting for their feedback. I've spoken to the PA of the deputy minister. They will give today, because I told them today is our last day of the council meeting and we need a directive in writing. What must we do as the council regarding the inauguration of Rio Spa and also the opening of Rio Spa? So I'm just waiting for the ministry to give us feedback regarding that, because before the council can actually give a resolution. So we are waiting for our line ministry, and therefore then we will announce the inauguration part, where the ministry will, our line ministry will then be the protocol as it has been established all the time, that they must come and do the reopening, and then the date will be set in on the opening of Rio Spa. So we just wait for them, like I said already, and then we will communicate back to the community and also to the councillors what the directive of the ministry said regarding the Rio Spa, opening of Rio Spa. Also then, on what Councillor Jackie mentioned, Councillor Mara.
If I could maybe ask a question on the opening of the Rio Spa, based on what you said, Your Worship. It seems to me that we are really very close now to the inauguration and the opening, meaning we are only waiting on the directive from the Ministry of Urban. To me, it looks like it can happen any time soon. But now I wish to know from the side of the HR whether we already know about the staff members. Is there applications out for any possible jobs, or how do we see that? Because how do we inaugurate and we open, but we don't have people that are working there? So it's time now for you to say, oh no, oh yes, there is in the papers, there's already positions advertised. Or how will we go by? Thank you.
Through the office of the CEO, the question was directed to one of your members, staff members.
Thank you, Worship. No, in terms of the staff establishment and everything at the Rio Spa, we haven't done anything about it for the immediate period. Because, but we already emphasized in terms of cost effectiveness, we have already identified one or two people in the finance department that will probably, because we are only looking at the reception and in terms of the financial aspect in collection of tickets and finances, we already look at some of the supervisors that volunteered and said, I will be able to, for the interim, look at how we can assist each other taking financial responsibility for the intake of funds. And then we already have the tourism, under the LED, the tourism officers there that will also be assigned for the interim while we have to come to the finality of the Rio Spa in terms of transfers and all those other things that will be assigned to look at the normal administration aspect of the Rio Spa as it's supposed to be. But for now, we haven't looked at any staff intake or human capital complemency in terms of trying to look at the internal stuff now where we can alleviate the temporary measure once the spa has been fully open or fully operational. That is what we said in the beginning, that we need the expertise of NWR, all those tourism facilities that can only assist us in trying to bring this to a fully fledged tourism attractive resort as it's supposed to be. Currently, as we are sitting as a council, we do not have 100% experience in running a tourism resort as it's supposed to be. But for the interim, financial capabilities of our financial staff and tourism officers who are there will only be there in the interim to assist with the normal administration, once the opening is facilitated or not, Your Worship.
Thank you, Mr. CEO. Councillor Mara.
Thank you, Your Worship. Mr. CEO, it's very clear that the community should not call any of the 7 councillors or 6 councillors requesting for any vacancies at the Rio Spa. And I just want to make that also clear, that there's no vacancies, there's no job offers from the side of the council for the Rio Spa Phase 1 possible reopening. But I would like to request from your office that you should consider a day before we open the Rio Spa Phase 1 swimming pool and barbecue braai spots, that you need to have a lifeguard person, an expert, as one of your staff members. Before you even have a receptionist, you need to have that in place. But that's only advice from my side. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councillor Mara. Mr. Tron.
Yes, just to add on to what Councillor Mara has said, there are staff members within our emergency services that do have the expertise in terms of lifeguarding and safety at swimming pools. So they will also be asked to do their duties there. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Tron. So we have it. So, dear councillors and administration and community, we are just waiting for the directive from our line ministry in order for us to make a decision. Councillors, it may also be that if they do not give it today, they might give it within this week or next week before the elections. I do not know, but if so, and there must be a decision, we will also call for a special council meeting just to make the decision and make it correctly, if it's not today. But the council will take everything in consideration with the directive of the line ministry, and will communicate back to the community regarding Rio Spa. Then also, Mr. Vinswai, I forgot other announcements. It was Councillor Jackie was actually on it, and then I actually forgot about just to add a thing on his announcements. But nevertheless, Mr. Vinswai, regarding on this morning, can we quickly take the break, or is it not needed anymore? Yes, I just wanted to add on top, is the inauguration of the new council still the 3rd of December? Yes. Okay, that is still the same date. Councillor Jackie?
His Worship, I would like to request maybe that we go up to point 9. So before we break, so that we, so that we can have the first part of the public, and because I think that is the important part where we can really answer questions of the members. Because if we lose, some of them are not going to come back on it. So if point 9 is included.
No problem. Thank you, Councillor Jackie. If the rest of the councils agree, then we can continue with that one. I just wanted to know if it's still needed for us to take that break in order for us to have the other discussion.
Yes, Your Worship, we need to have that break to discuss the issue of the developer that was on the table. But just one thing that was omitted, I was hoping that the mayor would also give us a chance. But I would also like to say something on behalf of the administration towards the council. If I may. We'll do it under we'll do it under point 9. We'll go to point 9, but under announcements, on the welcoming of the mayor, we omitted to say something from our side as Edmund to the councillors, because the council was the only one who said thank you and good riddance and all these kind of things, but we did not say anything. You probably also need to say something in connection with that one. And on behalf of the Rieber Town Council staff in Edmund, I would also like to thank the councillors, the 7 councillors, since your inception in 2020 when I was here. It was on the brink of me leaving for those short stint of time, coming back, found you still in your seats. And also to the previous mayor, Councillor Junius, the late Councillor Rudy van Wyk, may his soul rest in peace, and also Councillor Venus, who's not here. I would like to thank the councillors individually. I cannot do it right now, but you all know your characteristics and how you contributed to our well-being. You have been here, you have been telling us how to do, you have been keeping us on our toes. You have been, that is why I'm saying democracy at play is a very good thing in any institution, because in the democracy you will always have your criticism, you will always have your instructions, you will always have somebody saying things to you, and you need sometimes to go back and verify whether the thing that has been said to you is correct or not. So my appreciation to each and everyone, all the individual councillors, you know yourself, your characteristics as you are always been that, your well-being, your development, and your contribution to the development of this town. There is normally there is an African proverb that saying that how does it go? If you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. And that is what we did with you as a council. We did not go fast. We went far with you, as far as it is here up to now. And we really appreciate your managerial insights and your inputs in our lives, in our administrative work. Don't think that after every meeting we just say, no, this councillor did what and this councillor. Your contribution, constructive negative criticisms, was always well appreciated by all of us, because we normally go back after a council meeting or management committee meeting for that matter and still debate on what you have given us, the instructions that you gave us. And we really appreciate it. We hope the next council that will come in will possibly tap on what you have done, but luckily we have the ministry and all the other stakeholders that will contribute in terms of induction and so forth. But thank you so much. We really had an enjoyable and a learningful experience with you all. Thank you, Worship.
Thank you, CEO. Yes. I just wanted to say that the CEO already said we will discuss the street lights and everything under point 9, where we will make a decision. Like Councillor Jackie also said, we will also then deal with that matters that time as well. So then I move over then from that position. I move over then to point number 6, interviews with deputations or persons summoned or requested to attend the meeting of a council. Presentation for battery energy storage system by Joachim Ruber, GSFA Consulting Engineers. Mr. Vinswijk, can we also then just do this one at a break time as well, just for the continuation of the meeting until point 9 is done? Then we move over then to number 7, petitions. Number 8, motions of members. I have received a motion. Oh, okay, but we will just do it after point 9. That's what we said. The request is after point 9. Good day. We will just be, after we finish point 9, then we will take a break. During the break, then we will continue with the presentation that is there on the agenda, so that we can just take a break from our live streaming, because presentations is not done on live streaming. Then I just want to continue with the motion. The motion was done by Councillor Amanda Groenewald, and I'd just like to give over to her for the motion.
Thank you very much, Your Worship. I already have a notice of this motion. So today is a notice of the motion in terms of Rule 13 in brackets 1 of the State Standing Rules of Council. Government Gazette, 2nd of April 2015, number 5705. I want to make a correction there on the date of the motion. It is the 19th of November today, 2025. I, Councillor Amanda Groenewald, a member of the Rehoboth Town Council, hereby give notice in accordance with the Rule 13(1) of the Standing Rules of Local Authority Councils, Government Gazette number 5705 of the 2nd of April 2015 in connection with the following matter. Provision of interim pounding facilities in partnership with Agra Auctions Rehoboth. The Rehoboth Town Council is in the process of planning and establishing its own municipal animal pound facility. However, in the interim, the need for a temporary arrangement has become necessary to ensure effective animal control, public safety, and the proper handling of stray animals within our townlands. Following consultations with Agra Auctions, the company has expressed its willingness to make available one kraal equipped with water to serve as an interim pounding facility under the following conditions. Number 1, the standing cost. Livestock, cattle, horses, and donkeys is $75 per day. Small stock, sheep and goat, is $25 per day. That is now excluding the cost of feeding. Number 2, Agra Auction responsibilities, provision of water and only basic feed like grass for the impound animals. Animals will only be released once all standing costs are fully settled. Agra Auctions reserves the right to sell animals by public auction to recover unpaid standing cost. Agra Auction accepts no responsibilities for death, theft, or injuries occurring during the impoundment period and shall not be held liable for any related claims. The motion therefore seeks council resolution on the following. Number 1, that council formally approves the temporary use of Agra Auction kraal as an interim municipal pounding facility under the council-owned permanent facility is established. Number 2, that the Town Lands and Environmental Health Division coordinate all pound-related operations in collaboration with Agra Auctions. Number 3, that the Chief Executive Officer be mandated to formalize a short-term service agreement with Agra Auctions, outlining the terms and the responsibilities of both parties. Number 4, that the council continue with a planning and budgeting process for the establishment of a permanent municipal pound facility to ensure long-term sustainability and compliances with relevant regulations. I therefore humbly request the favourable consideration and adoption of the motion by Council. I so move, Councillor Amanda Groenewald, Member of Council. Thank you very much, Your Worship.
Thank you, Councillor Amanda. Before I will open the floor for councillors to come in with their decisions and accept the motion, CEO, I just want to get quickly guidance from you, advice from you. In such a manner where there's already a company name, can we move with a motion like this? Because there's a company name on it, yes, and they are the ones are they the ones applying, or is it a conversation between the council? Is it a conversation between Councillor Amanda and Agra? And is the process of this, should it be a motion or request from them to the administration, the technical team? I just want to get guidance on the motion, because this is the first time I see a motion with a company name whereby the company and a councillor are engaged with. Can you just give us a bit guidance so that we don't make a mistake on this one, please?
Thank you, Worship. Yes, the motion indicated from the councillor side that the prospective stakeholder, what they can do and what they can offer. So this motion can still be, it's now coming to the admin for investigation and then for further indulgence with Agra or the other company that was mentioned in terms of what they can offer. So it means the motion was as it is been presented by the Honourable Councillor can be accepted like that, because he has identified the prospective stakeholder that can do such a thing. It's only now when it goes for admin and for investigation, admin can still come up and say, but there is still also another one that we can also consult. But the identification made by the councillor can be accepted as it is in terms of the motion.
Thank you, Mr. CEO. Councillor Jackie and Councillor Mara.
As Worship, I would like to seek clarity as to the attachment to the motion, maybe from Councillor Amanda, or the attachment that is to the motion. Is it a discussion or is it something else?
Can Councillor Amanda, can you just say again?
Okay, no, this is something else.
Okay.
It is not part of the motion.
Propose that. Okay. Councillor Jackie, are you done? Yes. Okay, Councillor Mara.
Thank you, Your Worship. I don't think this annexure here or this enclosed document can be taken away from your motion. Reason for that is your motion is concentrating on the Agra auctions. But for now, let me refer you to a question which I raised, and then I've walked with this paper this way up to Councillor. Can I? Are you there now? I walked and I gave this paper to her, and this paper is from Mr. Gila, stating that even though this is going to take place, or we will then confirm that this will happen between this council and Agra on the pounding facility for now, and I want to read what I said on the 30th of October. Animals within our boundaries, especially on the B1 and the Barnhof Road, certainly within our boundaries we do have tenants within townlands, and therefore I believe we are responsible for the well-being and safety of our road users. So, Mr. CEO, on that 30th of October, I requested you that I would like to see the pounding facility, which I found when I started 5 years ago, actively used since you had more than enough years to get it up and running. And Mr. CEO, I further requested you, I would like your Townlands Department to start as from tomorrow, meaning the day after 30th of October, with a solution to protect the road users, meaning the tenant whose animals are roaming around must get their fines and the animals must get to the pounding facility. Mr. CEO, I also indicated to you on the 30th of November that we lost dear lives already, and not even that triggered this council to get measurements in place while we are having a pounding system kind of already in place, but it is not working. So once I did that, I walked with this paper to Councillor Amanda so that she can bring the motion. Now that the motion is there, based on the Agra auctions, what is it that we are going to do? Because I asked whether we could do something on this proposal of Mr. Gille the next day. So we are now 30 days after that next day, or let's say 20 days after that next day. We need to make a resolution. We need to get to a resolution because we are 20 days late, so that we know on the enclosed what is it that we can expect as from tomorrow from that specific division. I would like to also suggest or advise that since we are so cost effective that we cannot be responsible maybe for the petrol or diesel of Mr. Gille or even a salary, could we discuss with the Road Fund administration and see how can they actually assist us in this matter, because it's their road, but our tenants that are staying, so halfway we could meet each other to accommodate Mr. Gille within his proposal. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councillor Mara. Councillor Jackie.
His Worship, I think that direction was set by the Chief Executive Officer. The motion should be handled. We have a problem. The motion recognized that we have a problem of animals straying onto the road and causing accidents, and we are losing a lot of lives, and also not only lives but damage to property. So the motion is clear and the motion is relevant. It is more relevant now than ever because it's festive time approaching. So as was directed, I think the mortalities of the motion must be discussed and by the administrative management, and it should come as a proposal or submission to the management committee, because this is a proposal of type of employment or volunteerism or one of a kind. But if we discuss it here, the motion must be accepted, motion must as is, and you know, the motion speaks one thing and the proposal speaks one thing, but they are interconnected. The motion is saying, we have a problem. Let us, and I've identified someone who would assist, or some company. But the proposal is saying, before we can identify, we have only the venue. So the animals from the street, from the road will not come by themselves there. That's the supplementing part of the proposal to the motion. So the proposal cannot be discussed here in my understanding, because it is something that maybe the council could look at how can we internally, or how, if not, how can we look at this proposal and then submit to a council formally. And then the procedures must be followed, in the appointments, if it is on consultation, is it consultant basis, or rather as a part-time employee based on the proposal should be taken. So I think let's for now work on the the motion of Honorable Councillor Amanda separately, and while having it out in our back of our minds that there is a possible way how, once we accept it and we set up the impounding facility, the animals can be removed from the roads and put into the impounding facility. That would be my view.
Thank you, Councillor Jackie. The CEO can give us advice here, because the day that the motion was announced, there was also a document that was shared, is from Councillor Mara to Councillor Amanda. Based on the motion that is in front of us is the motion of what I mentioned of this request here. So for the proposal side after the motion, whereby Councillor Mara just made herself clear, for the administration just to take cognizance of the fact that the immediate was also that time of the animals on the roads, whereby at that time there was no facility yet where we could have pounded the animals, and that on that basis Councillor Mara brought that proposal to Councillor Amanda. So the basis of the impound, who will still manage the impounding from the animals, because this motion is just talking about the animals within the impound, but who will bring the animals to the impound? And that's where Councillor Mara is coming in, if I'm correct. That's her basis. So the two is actually working hand in hand. Who will be the person taking, or the company, or the specific, who will take the animals to the pounding facility? Because the motion is just talking about the pounding facility. So who will be the transport person to take the animals from the roads, or which is out of the camps on the area of Roads Authority area and on the main road? Who will then be the person or the company that is responsible for that action? Councillor Chairperson?
Thank you, Your Worship. In point number 2, that the Townlands and Environment Health Divisions coordinate all pound-related operations in collaboration with Agra Auctions. So under this, I understand that Townlands and the Environmental Health Divisions will be responsible to see, that the impound or what is it? Animals, are transferred to the impound facility.
Thank you, Councillor Joey. And that's where the advice from the CEO must come in there, at that point. Because how viable is it for our townlands to actually do this practice, make it practical? Because the townlands is only having one transport vehicle, and they are also going into townlands. How viable will this action be for townlands to execute this type of action, to transport animals? Because believe me, that bakkie with one kettle or 2 or 3 kettles without a trailer, how will we do it? And that advice I want to get from, because we have to be functional. So can we accept this motion with this proposal for now, as such, so that we can then come up with the relevancy of the council, just to say the council, I don't want just to accept this motion as is, and then it's the council's responsibility, and they cannot do that function. Can we first take it a motion like this, so that then the administration can discuss the whole of the motion? Yes. Can we do that, CEO? Councillor Mara?
Thank you. I just want to get clarity on the MC Chair. She mentioned that there's 2 proposals, or this is the motion and then there's a proposal here, but then it's like you counter that the health department, including the the townlands should actually then do their job. But I would like to remind you, there was a townlands and there was an environmental health division, and still we lost lives in this 5 years that we are councillors. So yes, I very much get your point, Councillor MC, that we should stick to our department that should now do their job. Yes, but then we should take away the two papers which was stapled together away from each other, so that Councillor Amanda's proposal can be there, and then Mr. Arthur Gillis should then go to file 13. No. Because it's clear. Yes.
Thank you, Your Worship. Councillor Mara, I'm reading from the motion of Councillor Amanda. This number 2. It's on the motion therefore seeks council resolution on the following. So it's point number 2 on Councillor Amanda motion, Councillor Amanda's motion. That's where I'm reading from.
Okay, if you are reading the following, that the townlands and environment health divisions of this council coordinate all pound-related operations in collaboration with AGRA. That means, my English, the understanding is, take the stapler away from Arthur Gillis' proposal. Because you are saying straight on the point 2 of the councillor, I'm trying to get Mr. Gille to bring the animals to the pounding for this period while we are not focusing on the fact that this motion is in place. Because I requested that already on the 30th of October. This motion, if the CEO could tell me when are we going to work on this, as from which date, then we park that one here. But for now, like in all the years to do with that cow, this one, which I sent to you in the evening, CEO, that was on the Barnhof Road. There was 2 cows there. While we are talking, there's 1 cow at 10 kilos outside, in our boundaries. So Mr. Gille wished to do something. My concern is just, do we have an open vacancy or whatever, or money within our budget to put petrol into his vehicle to do whatever he needs to do? Or should we ask Road Fund to assist us in this noble gesture of Mr. Gille? Why we cannot speak about this? Councillor Joey said, let townlands handle it. Yes, why not? But let's say, Mr. Gille, you cannot do it. Let's be frank about this.
Councillor, before I give the rest of the councillors, I think we are going beyond, because what we are saying is, let us accept it with the proposal to say to the administration for them to do their part, because now we're trying to interfere and to take to them what they should do. We know that our question is, as we know, we don't have number 2 currently. We don't have that facility to impound animals from the streets to the impound facility. We cannot transport the animals. So let this proposal be for the administration to use their prerogative on how the animals will be taken from the road towards the impound facility. Then for them to do it in that manner. But there is already a proposal for them to go through the proposal, because Councillor Mara, if we accept also this proposal, which we didn't even went through, then we don't give any negotiations with the administration to deal with the person, get the requirements appropriate for this person or the company to start. So let them first get that in order, and then if they are comfortable, or if it allows them, because there's also policies and procedures on how the animals must be treated, because you can also be kept accountable for the animals of the owners if something happens to the animal. So all those procedures, we just have to get that clear, which health and the technical department can, and environmental can assist us with. So can we accept this motion as it is, together with the proposal, with the amendment for the administration to look into the proposal in order to give the feedback for the function? Because now they know what is your purpose. Your purpose, what you want, is you want a person to take the animals from the roads to the pounding facility. Can they then be handling that, because we are not, so that we don't interfere with that process, but rather give the oversight function, as oversight function, give them that directive to look into that function for them to come up with a company or a person that can do that function. Is that clear? Councillor Mara, because before I give actually to you, Councillor Jackie and Councillor Amanda was before you. So let me first give Councillor Jackie and then Councillor Amanda the floor.
As the mayor said, I would just repeat what you said, or I confirm with what you're saying, because there are legal implications of employing someone, be it temporary, be it permanent. So the experts are there, which is the administration. Let them handle it, and they will see in the interim what are they going to do. But the mandate is that we keep the animals away from the road. So they know that they should, while working out the mortalities, they should know that it is their responsibility and our responsibility as a holistic council to keep the animals out of the roads. Also, to make those residents inside the borders, or whose animals it is, responsible, or take some sense of responsible for the animals, because people are losing property, not only lives. Cars has been damaged beyond repair, and the enforcement of the penalties by the council should start, because we have fines for people that keep animals in the boundaries of the town. And then I've reported a case severally of a car that is in my backyard now, of some acquaintance of mine that was that bound in Namatal on B1 road, and that car is still standing, and council did not penalize those owners, and they just saying no, we can do nothing. So the enforcement of the penalties must be a serious problem as this festive is approaching, and I concur with His Worship the Mayor that you work out the mortalities while at the same time making sure that these roads are free from animals.
Thank you, Councillor Amanda.
Thank you, Your Worship. I will just state my reason for this motion. I'm not going back now to what Councillor Jackie was saying, and also the Mayor. We know that it's now festive season. We know every day people they send me pictures of roaming of cattle. But where will we put the cattle if we are going to confiscate them? And that is the reason why I put in this, when I gave in this motion. Now I also done my homework. So I have this motion to say now we have an interim pounding facility. So it is now the duty of townlands to look for persons who can take that animals from the road to this pounding facility. And that is the reason why I also put there. The motion therefore seeks council resolution on the following. And now they can also now look at the proposal of Mr. Arthur. So I therefore urge my council to accept my motion for this pounding facilities that is now there.
Thank you, Councillor Amanda. Councillor Mara.
Your Worship, I will not be led by any administrator on this. Unfortunately, like you suggested, that we should now give it to the administration to make up their mind. I can still recall last OCM, the admin read something from Rundu. Rundu said, the CEO of Rundu said, we should not interfere. Now on this one, because of the basic lives of our community and others, which is really in danger, I'm not going to be led by administration. I mean, you as councillors, you can allow that, but I will not. What I wish to do is, or request, with your permission, Mr. Chair, is thinking of the 30th of October, which we already had a discussion on this issue. Nicely, there is a motion now brought in by Councillor Groenewald, which is even having the solution for at the moment, because at the moment was already delayed as from the 30th of October. I personally feel like you need to instruct the administration as the chairperson of this house that they need to act immediately, with immediate effect. They should act because they are late. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Mara, for that one. But it still remains that a council makes a decision, not a mayor alone. It's a council decision. What is the direction of the council? Therefore, that's why the motion was presented today. So, and that's why the motion is here. So I accept the motion. Like I said, I accept the motion together with the proposal. I just said that we have to give the clear criteria towards the administration to execute it. Didn't I mention that? I did. That's what my words was. I'm not against any of the things on the motion. I just corrected on point 2 that we do not have point 2 as a function. We cannot, because we do not have a vehicle or the means to do it. That's why I said, let's take this together and give them the honors to do it. With that said, can we have a proposal and a secondment on the motion which I accepted? Councillor Jackie? Okay. Councillor Jackie is a second. I know. It's just the normal. No, not the normal procedures. It's just out of the gewoonte. I accept the motion as such. Then we move over then to point number 9, answers to questions of members of which the notice was given. Councillor Jackie?
In the previous meeting, I've asked certain questions, I think, and this morning I've also asked certain questions on the street lights, the ones, and the public must also know that the council is not at the stage where every need in terms of high mask displayligte will be met, but we are trying to look at the identified areas where it is very dark. There's no electricity at all. Those are priority areas and where it is crime prone. So the public must know that the River Town Council will continuously provide lights and debush areas, but it should be understood that everything cannot be done once. So I'd like that question to be answered by the CEO, as I've posted earlier.
Thank you, Councillor Jackie. CEO, just on the basis of, the CEO did also give me a homework regarding what your questions was on the previous meeting. On the high mast lights, I did call every councillor and ask for the areas that the councillors must just allocate to me, or to the CEO where they want the 6 high masts to be allocated. I spoke also to the technical electrician of RTC, Mr. Joseph, and they said that they are starting with 2. Can we please give them the areas of the first 2 high masts that they have to put up? And on this morning, before we started, we have a little discussion regarding the high mast lights, and one was, we decided first on the most dark areas where there's a lot of crimes, which is currently one between Burgershoek and Volstruisvlakte and one there behind at Block H, extension 7 side. Then 2 and 3 will be then on the back side of the area of the clinic, at the side of Block B side at the clinic, and then also the number 4 again in Burgershoek, and number 5 and 6 Block D. Councillor Joey said that must be the side of Block D. Yes. She want that Block D. She asked for Block D side, and
If not, then
no, the side of Block D. She requested, asked, can we put one at Block D? Yeah. So, and then the other one was, I think it was 2 in Block E, and 2 in Bahnhof and Burgershoek and Volstreisvlakte. It's 4. 5 with at the back of the clinic, and 6 at Block D side. But what I also said, what Mr. Vanswa also alluded to was, if it's in the formal areas, people just have to take note that once that light is coming there, it will depreciate. It might depreciate the value of your property. So with that said, if with consultation, because there will be still time for consultation before 4 and 5, 3, 4, 5, and 6 will be installed. So number 1 and 2 will be in Block H, and then between Burgershoek and Volstreisvlakte for now. The rest, there is still time just to say and to look into the matters of the formal areas where it's still a bit dark. We also have to take note that the technical team is still busy with the tender process of the electricity, whereby there will also come street poles that will be bought, and after the installation of the electricity thing with everything done, we will have a report on how the town will operate. Councillor Jackie?
His Worship, I should really note that informal settlements, informal places should be priority. I have been living in Block F for the past how many years? We don't have street lights. We don't have any lights, but we are managing. We have electricity to switch on the buitenlig. But the other people doesn't have electricity at all, so we need to prioritize. One of the things yesterday at a meeting with the Deputy Minister of Urban and Rural Development was, why is, the question from the Minister, why are we not, you are saying the high mask is there. Why are we not putting it on? And my answer was, no, the procurement process. Now she was so shocked because she was asking, I mean, does the council not have the capacity to just put on a high mask? Now the money that you could have used for more high mask, we must now go on a tender process. So I think it's about time that the council capacitate itself, and she's going to write about it to the CEO. That's what she said. Because those 8 things, why are we having an electrical division? And if so, why are we not capacitating our people to be able to do that? So that we are now going out on a tender and a procurement process to put in high mask, 6 of them in the different localities. That was the question. That money could have been used to buy more high mask. That's what she said. So I'm just conveying the message, but think about it. And it never makes sense to me before, but now it makes sense to me for 8 thingies. If we have our own people, if we had the capacity, it would have been very fine.
All right. So, councillors, Mr. Vansway, will you please answer that questions, because there is a request to you.
Your Worship, I don't understand. The last council meeting, I requested the councillors and said, this HIMARS lights is ready, they are ready. Can we have the location of the HIMARS lights? And I was informed, no, we are not going to do it in live streaming. We as council will sit together and we'll deal with it, and we'll come to you with the names or the places of the locations where the lights should be. And I agree, those lights, actually the primary objective of putting up HIMARS lights is in informal areas more or less. But then, When I went to the electrical division, Joseph even told me that, yes, the procurement processes are done. I'm even shocked now that Councillor Jackie is mentioning about it's done. The only thing is the contractor is waiting to put up those lights. The one thing is you have to mention when it comes to capacity, not even the city of Windhoek sometimes is capable to put up those lights because you need to have a proper foundation to build the foundation where that light can stand on. I don't know whether you've noticed that in the last year in Kuvuki, that HIMARS light that was put up, one of it just swirled off a little bit to the one part. And if it was not for the foundation it was put up, it would have caused a lot of damage. So it means you need to be very capable in putting up those things, like you have to build a proper foundation to put up those lights. But the electrical division was ready. And we just said, give us the names. Now it is clear that the electrical division indicated that the 2 lights can be put up in any other location where the council see fit, it has to be put up. So we don't have an issue with it. It's only that during the presentation, and luckily the consultant is also here, during his presentation, the council can also ask him that specific question, so that he can give the accuracy. He may not talk now, but he may talk during his presentation and give the council an indication how fast we can do the installation of those HIMARS lights. And coming to the fact that we talked about street lights now, there was an operation that we did 3-4 months ago, starting from Block C up to Kuvuki Lane, with the replacement of broken street lights, and to indicate where there are areas that there does not have any street lights can be looked at. The initial phase of that operation was to make sure that the current street lights that we have are replaced to the current condition that they are supposed to be in. Then we go back and look at those areas where we started off again, to look at some of the areas that never had street lights before, so that we can try to install them. And that is a procurement, that is not a procurement, that is an electricity operation that needs time. But that is unfortunately the objective, and we only abide by time. So that is the only answer I can give in terms of the HIMARS lights, Your Worship. If my colleagues may add or disagree, they can come in.
Thank you, CEO. Councillor Mara.
Your Worship, if the primary purpose of a HIMARS is for informal settlements, why are we in other areas focusing at the moment? Shouldn't we focus on the primary purpose of the HIMARS, having this risk, like you indicated that apparently the value of the house, because I say apparently, the value of the house, because even my house, if it is 50,000 value, you can put it in my own erf, as long as I don't face a zebra snake, because I only have my front light or my backyard light. I don't have lights for where I'm staying for 30 years now. So let's focus on the primary areas, which is the Dana and the Volstruis and the Kavukis and the whatevers, and not focus, excuse me, and not focus on places where we will put the value of these houses down, because these people honestly, they are staying and living in danger zone areas. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Mara. Councillors, are we in agreement for the first 2 to be put up in Burgershoek, Volstruis, Vlakte and the area of Block H?
Yes.
Are we?
Yes.
Okay.
The one of Block D can also go
3 and 4, you can still look after that. If they are done, we can still give the direction afterwards. Number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6 can still be guided by the council to say which areas. Is it fine? Councillor Amanda? Sorry, Councillor Joey, please order. Councillor Amanda?
Thank you, Your Worship. please, 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 I want number 3 at the back of Ruimte, the clinic, and also there at the street of the Klipkraal. Those people are very, very vulnerable people. It's mostly ladies who's staying there. It is widows who's staying there, and there's no light. So I plead, please, let it be number 3. I already spoke with the people there, and they said, like Councillor Mara said, they can also put it in their yards. They will not mind. So please, number 3. Thank you, Your Worship.
I believe the administration is listening, Councillor Amanda, and it's not no needed to plead, but just to give a direction on where you want it. Councillor Jackie, your hand was up, and then Councillor Joey. Okay. Okay. Councillor Joey.
Yes, thank you, Your Worship. I said the one, I will give the one for Block D to the area. It's Midtown. No. Opposite that, what is his name? That building that was Record Centrum in that area, the vicinity. But they can just look, it's very dark there. No, here, the Record Centrum, you know that one that was vandalized. Yeah.
But it's not the informal area.
Yeah, but it's also dark there.
Yes, it's just a proposal. Councillors, the question was one, the first 2. So we established the first 2. The rest we can still, because the inhabitants will listen, and then we have to assess where the other crucial areas is with number 3 at the back of the first 3 is already sorted with the back of the clinic side. So then we will look at the other areas that is crucial, and then we will come up, and then the directive will go to the CEO regarding the other 3. But because the people are hearing, and now we are giving, and then we didn't get proper information, but then we already give direction as well. So let's wait and see what is there, and then make assessments to see which areas is also affected within. Because remember, this is to prevent the crime with the meetings that we normally have, the PPRC meetings, whereby there's mostly crimes, and the most crimes are in the informal areas, and at certain areas also, especially Block B and C sites and those areas. So let us focus on that first. Then we move over to the next point, Councillor Mara, on point 9. Councillor Mara, the CEO is just asking, can he answer on your questions? Can he assist you on the questions? Okay.
Thank you, Worship. I just want to remind Councillor Mara's question, if I'm correct, was on the standpipes issue. Yeah, it's standpipes issues and more that can be put in. Yes, we have addressed, because every time you will find Councillor Mara sending me WhatsApps of standpipes here and there, and those are not functional at all. But one peculiar thing that came up on the standpipes was the vandalism on the tokens, and it was one thing that even triggered my mind. I normally send all those WhatsApps. When I receive it, I look at it, and I send it through to the technical team, that Mr. Muembo and his team can look at it, and Mr. Tron, they can see what can be done, because that one of the tampering with the tokens was the one that triggered me, and I had sleepless nights over it. And I really think that something drastical must be done, and something must be done to make sure. And there was one particular question also, I think, by Councillor Jackie on the specifications of the prepaid meters, if I'm correct, so Councillor Mara. On the prepaid meters, and that one, I want the procurement and the legal officer also to come in and explain and to rectify some of these things, because I also received numerous calls from councillors saying that we have heard from people that the prepaid meters are not to specifications, and they are not prone to STS, and they are not designed or compatible to load arrear accounts and those kind of things. I think it's now time for our legal and technical to explain and to make sure that everybody understands well. The issue of the standpipes, I'm not sure how many or if they're still available, but that is something that really we have to look to. Vandalism is high on the table in one of the issues, Your Worship. But if I'm not correct, Councillor Mara can correct me on that one. Thank you, Worship.
Thank you, CEO. Councillor Marak, may the administration give the explanation on the water meters, and then we will take on the discussions of the standpipes continuing, because that is a council decision that we have to make also regarding Councillor Jackie.
If you give me an opportunity, I just wanted to clear with Councillor Mara what was the question. The money was provided by the ministry, and there was certain conditions that we need to meet with specifications given. Is the question that Councillor Mara is asking saying the ministry demanded that this with the money it provided as a condition, and the service provider provided something else with that is not conforming to the specifications that was provided by the document. Is that the question?
No. The question is, the ministry gave specifications because they are giving the money. Now the presenters, there was specific specifications which the service provider provided us with. Is that, now we have two. We have the ministry, we have the service provider that presented. What is the end product that we are having?
Okay. Cassandra and Mr. Rolf.
Thank you, Your Worship. Councillor Mara, on that question, yes, we got the specification list from the ministry as well, in collaboration with NamWater. Those specifications were strictly applied to the bid document and were given through to the bidders. So all the meters that are being procured are up to standard. The meters that we received are up to standard and up to specification. I think, Mr. Rudolph, you can further elaborate if you need.
Technical manager elaborate. Can you take me to that office now so that I can see and bring me the document with the specifications so that you as the legal officer can show me on the side of the meter that these are the specifications and here are they. Then we are most on the right page. So can we get up now, Madam Legal Officer, and walk out?
Councillor Mara, I think no, it's not that you are too much. I think we are still busy with the meeting. She can still do that when we have a break to prove it. But to walk out now and for us to stop the meeting because she has to go and show you because we are still on the agenda. And we will take a break, and during the break, she can provide you with all that information that you're requesting. But let me also give the technical manager, because the legal advisor is just the legal person. But let the technical person and the procurement chairperson can speak on behalf of the criteria that was given. Because, Mr. Rudolph, you may continue.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. Actually, the only thing we can confirm is that the specifications of the meters is in compliance with the specifications that we received from the organizations that funded the project. We know that we have to send claims for those organizations to pay for this, so there was no way we are going to divert from the specifications. But I think what we need to be clear is there's a difference between specifications and the brand and the name of a product. Maybe that's where the confusion is coming from. So specifications are not the same as brand or name. The names or brands can be different, but if that particular product can deliver the same specifications, that is also acceptable. So maybe let's be clear, because even when we're given the specification, we're not given brand name. There's only specification of what those meters should be able to comply. and that we have made sure during the adjudications. So even the contractor that's going to host this meter was involved to ensure that those meters are compatible with the system. So yeah, I don't know where the mistrust and now where we need to go and show physical is coming from. I don't know, but all I can confirm from technical point of view, because I don't know what's on the background or what is on the outside there, but from technical point of view, I can confirm that we have not diverted from the specification that was given.
Thank you, Mr. Rudolph. I have the same belief that the brains may differ because what the CEO of NEM Water said is from their representative, that person will be there in order to go and have this criteria, that the representative person will have the proper criteria. And regarding that criteria, the prepaid meters will be then supplied on that basis, not on brains, but rather on the criteria and the function of the prepaid meter. The brands may differ due to supplying of meters, because that was also the other thing, that supplying meters and have to wait as long as the criteria of the meters is the same, even though the specifications of the meters is the same, the brands differ. For us at least to get the 6,800 meters available as immediately as possible for installation purposes without wasting time for still to wait for meters to come. That was the process. That's why the specifications of all these meters, according to what we understand, is exactly the same. There was no deviation from that. But it's upon the Councillor Mara's own right to go and view the meter and take the different brains and verify the specifications of this meter to end up with a solution or with her what she wants to find out from these prepaid meters. That is upon onus upon each and every councillor. If you are not sure if the meter specifications are the same, I believe it's also the same at split meters of electricity. The brains might differ, but it is the same function and specifications. Then we move on over to Councillor Maro. Other questions, and she is not here.
Maybe I can ask a question in the meantime. Mayor, maybe I'm not technically advanced, Mr. Rudolph, but in my small mind, I think would it not be best to make use of one brand that all suppliers could deliver? I'm just saying, I'm not looking for an argument or what, but in my small mind, I thought it would be best to make use of one brand, one good brand, to tell the suppliers that this brand conform to all standards. Having said that, that's all what I want to say. I'm just saying, I don't want an answer on that. Thank you.
Okay. Councillors, then, as a chairperson, I have to come back to you. Because the day before this exercise was done, the day that we were informed regarding the prepaid meters, water meters, it was stated that it's under, the money is not even at the council, it is under NEM Water. We are just doing the process with the criteria of NEM Water to assist. That day, none of you came with the same brains, none of the criteria of the oversight of us councillors came with. All that we wanted that day was based on what the CEO of NEM Water directed and said that this is the criteria for the function of what the vending systems and the function of the systems at the council to operate fluently on these prepaid meters. Now the meters is being supplied. Now you want to have the same brands. What will we do now with the other brands if it's not the same brands? No, I'm going, Councillor Joey, you are asking on brands, but we were not. Yes, it was not clear from onset your criteria to procurement as the function. We worked on the criteria of the meters. So therefore, yes, I also understand you. Therefore, you may have a go and look with the US councillors can go and look at the prepaid meters, look at the specifications of the meters and acquaint yourself, and then come back and tell the public, are we in are these meters on the right track? Is it according to what we specifically asked the criteria to be? Then let's take a break and all go to that meters to go and make sure it is the correct meters. Thank you.
Oh, Mayor, you understand me wrong. I said I don't want the answer. I don't want an answer. Mr. Rudolph, I said
Quickly,
so.
sorry,
Yes.
Councillor Joey. Councillor Mara? Yes. No, we waited for you for your next points on point 9. On the criteria of the prepaid meters, Councillor Mara, did you find anything?
Ask them to bring it to the live stream.
Okay,
So
thank
that
you.
this mistrust can get out of the way.
Out of the way, yes.
So
Thank
that I
you.
can say sorry in public.
Okay. That is just what I said. Let the criteria, because what I said to the councillors when you were absent, I told them, the day that we sent out and made this clear, we didn't say the brands. We just worked on the criteria, and the money was at NEM Water, and the gentleman part of this was from NEM Waters. His criteria with our criteria were very clear on the specifications of the prepaid meters, not on the brands. Now that the prepaid meters is applied, now we are talking about brands now. So we are not talking, we don't want the brands, we want to know if the specifications is the same. With that, until we wait for them to bring it, I want to ask Councillor Mara, can you continue on your next questions perhaps? But we're also waiting now for the CEO to answer you. Councillor Jackie?
Its Worship, the CEO is not in. Can we not break and then the continuation of the questions continue after break? I'm just asking, because it's 1 o'clock now.
It's 1 o'clock, yes, it's now lunchtime. Is it the feeling of the councillors as well? So while we are waiting for the meters and while we're on lunch, before we take a break, I just want the presentation to be done during this process. Yes. Okay, thank you. Then we will take a break, community. We will be back 2:15. Thank you.